Today on Us Weekly's Reality Recap, we're breaking down all of Craig's meltdowns on this week's episode of Winter House. Plus, what did Luke and Craig have to say about each other at BravoCon?
And this is what happens when you put, 12 big personalities in a house together? It's gonna happen.
And who knew? Jerry O'Connell spills his love for Winter House cast member Andrea.
I have to say it was really exciting for me to meet Andrea Denver of Winter House fame.
Plus, Lindsay and Carl share their wedding plans.
Being there,
That Bravo would let us get married without them there.
the audience would be really, really upset.
So put on your sweater, strap on your ski boots, and get ready for Us Weekly's Reality Recap. Hey guys, Christina Garbaldi here with Us Weekly executive producer Mandy DeCamp, and welcome to another episode of Reality Recap, Winter House edition. So excited. I lost my voice there. So excited to break down this week's episode of the show. Craig had a full-on meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
Made people uncomfortable. There's a lot to get to.
A lot to get to. But first, you went to BravoCon this past week. You spoke to pretty much everyone from this cast, Summer House, Southern Charm. Did you have a favorite?
Oh, do I have a favorite? I'm going to agree with Jerry O'Connell and Andrea. Oh my God. I'm sorry. He's beautiful.
He
He's
really
so nice.
is. What?
And so nice.
He's so nice. He's so nice. I want him back on the show. I said last week no, and I disagree. After watching your interview, I'm like, yes, he's back. I'm ready.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what you guys had to say about last week's show. Cornelia said Southern Charm needs a longer season. I agree. Stacey said so agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I agree, but I think that these mashup shows kind of extend all of their, I feel like we have it all year round. It's kind of like Bachelor, Bachelorette, and Bachelor in Paradise now, where we have like Winter House, Southern Charm, Summer House. Like,
yes.
I'll take all three. Sure.
I'll take them all.
I can't believe Bravo takes up this much of my life, but I'll stay at it.
Stay at it. Definitely.
So we got to get to this news. This rumor, or not rumor, it's kind of real. I guess fans really want to see Ashley Darby with Luke Goldbernson. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that's listening, but Luke from Summer House and Ashley Darby from Potomac. Fans want to see them together. So you spoke to both of them. So let's get to the interviews. We put those together.
Are you ready to take the next step with Ashley Darby?
Oh, that's funny. Well, we have to go on a date or something first.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Have you guys been talking? I know that people are like manifesting this hard.
We've had a friendly conversation on our way leaving last night. We just chatted, and
I was a witness. It was actually really cute.
Oh, that's you were there. You were
I
there,
was right
actually,
next to you.
No, and I look forward to chatting with her more throughout the weekend.
I talked to Luke, and he said that you guys had a moment last night, like in the car together, like you guys were talking, and maybe, maybe go out on a date together.
Well, we did exchange numbers, right? So we're texting and we're just chatting it up, but we'll see. He's a really nice guy and he's very cute. That helps a lot.
It does help a lot. So potentially maybe a date down the line.
Who knows? We'll see.
So what did you think? Did you see them ever together at BravoCon?
I didn't see them together, but some fans caught them like backstage, like hanging out, talking to each other. And like she said, they exchanged numbers. So who knows? This could just be them like fueling the fans and giving them what they want. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And fun fact, our friends, Real Moms of Bravo, they're the ones that kind of like started this because they were like, we would love to see Ashley and Luke hook up. And then I guess fans started talking about it and agreed. And I think they kind of made it happen. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love it. I don't think it's going to last. She lives in Virginia and he lives in New York, I guess, part of the time, Montana, part of the time. I don't know.
Yeah. Like a cabin in the woods. Right. But I love to see it. Hopefully they had some fun.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's recap this week's episode, starting with our cringe of the night, and there were so many.
So many. I'm going to go with, if I have to pick one, Luke's leg massage on Paige. I mean, I felt for Luke. I don't think he was, like, harassing anyone or anything like that, but he shouldn't have done that.
No, I think like Luke all around was an overall cringe for the night. Like he just wasn't getting that, just wasn't into him. We'll get to that in a little bit because I think she gave him some mixed signals there.
But why aren't people into Luke? Like
I was thinking the same thing. Like I don't get it. Like Luke is I mean, besides the fact that he's a really good looking guy, he seems like a nice guy that just like wants to settle down. He's like working on himself. Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Did he have bad breath at BravoCon?
No, he was lovely.
Does he have good breath? I don't know. What is it?
I don't get it. I don't get it either. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like the whole thing was just uncomfortable for him last night. It really was.
It really was. What got your cringe?
Oh my God, Craig all around too. Like Craig won't clean or hire a cleaning person. I love Craig. I enjoy chatting with him. He's always really nice. But the past 2 episodes of Winter House, it seems like this sewing down South money is just headed north right to his head. Like,
it's crazy. Like my husband and I were watching it together, and he immediately like Googled his net worth, which it said only 400,000, but I said that's not accurate because they haven't really factored in the money he's made at the store in the past 2 years or year since it's been open. But that money has gone straight to his head, and he's not afraid to say it.
No, like clean up your mess. Like,
and
like,
if you're really not going to clean it, then find a cleaning person. Like, you're not on the phone trying to find a cleaning person, so then clean it.
Right. I'm surprised Paige didn't say anything in that moment. She's the way that she's kind of acting about him too, like kind of running away from the situation seems a little off to me as well.
I agree. Yeah. I can't decide if this relationship is going to last or not.
I don't know. But like, we have to always remember, like, this was shot back in February.
Yeah.
Now it's, mid-October. So they seem to be doing okay. And she kind of teased that, like, at the end of these 2 weeks, like, he becomes a better person. But I don't know. It's kind of strange. All right. Who is your Bravo Leb of the night?
Mine goes to the new girl, Jess. One, for not knowing that non-alcoholic seltzer exists in the world and existed well before alcoholic seltzer.
Right.
And then also for not knowing what a Brazilian wax is. So it's something.
She is something. She really is. Mine went to Kyle for like not being in the drama this season. It seems like married life looks well, does him good.
Yeah, I thought about that too last night. Where's Kyle that we know? Right.
Where did he go?
Drank the Kyle juice. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like Craig is definitely making up for it.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, I wonder like if Kyle and Amanda are gonna be on the show much longer if he's not, chugging rosé out of a Magnum bottle. I don't know.
I don't know. All right, who is your feud of the night?
Mine goes to Amanda versus Craig, and it was just so ridiculous. It goes back to him not cleaning. But first of all, Corey literally chugged a glass of red wine that was like, in my house we call them decant pours, like
I love that.
Still to the brim. And he jugged a decant pour and then just tossed it off the table. And it was a glass. It wasn't like those fake wine glasses that are plastic. It was a real glass. Like, what are these guys doing?
Like, what? Like, also, like, I tend to forget, like, these guys, like, they're not, like, straight out of college. You're not, like, 21 years old. You were, like, mid-30s to, like, late 30s, early 40s, some of these people. Like, what are you doing?
I can taste their hangovers for them. You were told to drink like this.
Every time I see those messes, I'm like, this is disgusting. And it's giving me anxiety.
Yes. I'm like, take an Advil and go to bed. Chug a glass of water and go to bed.
Oh God,
I don't know how they do it. I really don't.
I don't either at all. No. And then obviously the Luke and Craig blow up at the end. Like I felt bad for Luke at the end, like when he was like sitting in this room, like crying to his sister. I would never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. And
I feel like him, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like Craig just like blew this way out of proportion.
Yeah, he did. Craig was alcohol induced, exaggerating or whatever. I mean, look, he shouldn't have put his hands on Paige. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
I'm still confused by the Jess situation because I agree with him that she was giving him other signals, like in the hot tub, she was saying that she was into him, I think.
Yeah, she did.
So I don't know if it was editing that we missed the parts where she said she wasn't. I mean, we saw her telling other people she wasn't that into him.
Right.
But I feel like the signals she was giving him was telling him that she was into him. So I don't really get it. Maybe it was editing.
It doesn't seem like, Luke leaves, but hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, and we'll see what they say about each other. You spoke to both of them at BravoCon, so we'll see that in just a bit.
Yes.
All right, so finally, who got your motivational quote of the night?
Well, Amanda, when she's like, this man needs it spelled out, talking about Luke, like somebody just needs to tell him she's just not that into you.
Totally.
And she should have.
She should have. It would have solved all the problems and he wouldn't be crying to his sister in the bedroom.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mine goes to Craig Conover when he said, I'm first generation money. A joke.
God, it's so cringe.
And he's like, my family grew up poor. And he's like, well, actually they didn't. I'm like,
right.
What is wrong? I can't.
I
don't know. I feel like
happened?
he's on the verge of being canceled.
No, I feel like something bad's about to happen to Craig. Hopefully he turns it around because,
Yeah.
Just like some of the comments that he's made, I'm the most famous person on Bravo. I don't need to hire a cleaning person. I'm first generation money, paying Kyle and Amanda last week for the master bedroom. Like, this is not becoming
He also said
behavior.
something last night. I barely heard it, but he said something about how like Paige was lucky to date him, or like you're dating. He said to me like you're dating Craig Conover, and he talked about himself in third person. Like,
you're Craig Conover's girlfriend. That was it.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Come
man,
on, get over
Craig,
yourself.
pump the brakes, Craig.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get
It's
into this week's exclusive interviews. And like you said before, we chatted with Craig and Luke at BravoCon to see what they think of each other right now.
Where do things stand with you and Craig after what's going down on Winter House?
You know what? Wow, that's a good question. No, you know what? As far as Craig, I guess I don't really have an opinion. I mean, he is who he is. I am who I am. Some people are friends and meant to be friends, and some just aren't. So.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that was great because I didn't like what I was saying anyway.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I love it. I
love it.
No, I guess it's just.
You go safe.
Yeah, Craig is Craig, and I really don't have an opinion.
Yeah. But I spoke to Luke recently, or just a little while ago, and I asked him about you, and he said, I don't have an opinion. What do you think about that?
Look, I mean, what
An opinion about what? About the situation or about Craig in general?
Craig in general.
I mean, look, this is what's crazy about this world that we live in, and I think we do a really good job of being like so transparent. We had a bar fight, right? And everyone gets in bar fights. Almost pretty much everyone in this room has gotten in an argument in a bar. Ours are just filmed. And ours was about something that happened in the moment. And, if it wasn't for us all agreeing to forgive him for what happened, he wouldn't have been back. And he comes back. So we didn't have a problem with Luke. We had a problem with what happened in that moment. And I still don't have a problem with Luke. So, look, you get to see all our raw moments. And some people now get upset or offended that they have to see the bad with the good. And it's like, guys, we're showing our lives to everyone. And this is what happens when you put, 12 big personalities in a house together. It's gonna happen. And so, look, I still I don't want to say love Luke, but we've had great times with him. Whatever place he's in, I hope him the best. But the argument at hand was about something that happened that night. And also, if it wasn't captured by cameras, it wouldn't be a big deal. So it just is what it is.
Yes. No love lost between the two of them.
No.
And I think I'm on Luke's side on this one.
Yeah, I am too. But like I said, Craig is good TV, so I don't.
He is good TV.
Go away. Yeah,
he is. No, he knows what it takes to make a good TV show. He's been doing this long enough, so I think that you have to always have that in the back of your mind too, that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, right. When he was having the whole fireworks conversation, you could tell he was like, "I'm being funny right now."
Right.
And it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder how long that's going to last. If his funny things are going to just start to become too obnoxious.
Yeah, totally.
We also chatted with Lindsay Hubbard and RHOC on their wedding plans. So take a look.
So how are wedding plans going? Have you guys set, I'm sure you get this question all the time, but have you set a date or plans in motion?
We haven't set an exact date. We haven't done too much planning. We've been talking and kind of throwing ideas out there so far.
Yeah, I mean, we're not not planning. It's just more, we were traveling after filming. We went to Europe for about 2.5 weeks. I think we got some inspo in Europe and just, talking to other friends and really trying to enjoy the engagement. But I think, we have some ideas. We're getting some advice and some other feedback, but.
Yeah. I think we're both hoping for it to be 2023.
Yeah.
And then I think we're both interested by a destination wedding. So hopefully we can get that done. I mean, again, after this weekend, I think is when we're going to really start, head down, start planning. And plan one is to get a planner.
Are you guys planning on filming the wedding? Because obviously we've been on your journeys for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a world that we would get married without the cameras being there. Like,
Bravo would let us get married without them there.
The audience would be really, really upset. And again, she said this earlier, we like having our own home video for some of that memory, but we'll see how that all goes down. But yeah, I think obviously we'd be open to that, but just got to make it all work.
I know one step at a time, but do you want to have a family soon after you get married?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's something that we kind of talk about casually every now and then.
Babe, I want to have a family with you.
Jesus, I hope so. Like, good God. I mean... no, we do. We don't talk about like timelines, and we're not really like, okay, I want to start having kids by this age. Again, I threw that timeline out with that last situation. So, if I were to get pregnant now, like, let's fucking go. Sorry. But like, maybe we should try to get married first, and then but I don't want to be 50 having kids. So
yeah. I'm just really excited to have a family and start a family with her. I think that's,
we'll take whatever we can get whenever we can get it.
They seem really happy.
They do. I mean, this might last.
I think it might. I definitely think, they were friends for so long, and, like they said, they kind of had to they got to bypass the whole getting to know you phase. So they knew that it was meant to be. So good for them. Yeah. All right. And finally, let's hear from Jerry O'Connell, who we'd love to talk to, who totally fanboyed over Andrea Denver. Was there somebody that you were so excited to meet at BravoCon, Jerry?
We're huge Below Deck fans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always fun to see the Below Deck crew. I have to say it was really exciting for me to meet Andrea Denver of Winter House fame. Rebecca is not a Winter House viewer, and I'm probably happy about that because I'm not sure that Rebecca would be with me if Rebecca met Andrea Denver. And you know what? I love all the Southern charm.
I don't even know what that means.
He's a guy from Winter House. He was voted the hottest man on Bravo. He's so hot. He's like,
I thought it was a female person. I was like, what happened?
No,
sexy Andrea lady.
He's Italian. He has the perfect accent. He's like amazing.
Like Captain Paolo on the
He's amazing. Yes, he's got the same. We have our captain on the Real Love Boat, Captain Paolo. He has a very Andrea Denver.
He's so hot.
Accent. I want to apologize. I'm right here. I'm sitting next to you. I want to apologize for anyone who was offended by my accent. That's literally what they sound like.
I love it.
This was so funny.
I love this so much.
Jerry. Yeah.
I love Jerry O'Connell. I just think that this is, a lot of people agree.
Yeah. And make sure you check out him and Rebecca, his wife, on the Real Love Boat coming up. Seems kind of good.
Yeah, it does.
That's one of those shows that I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Duh. So
right.
Bachelor on a boat.
Seriously, what could be better? Yeah. All right, well, let's get into our social spotlight of the week, where we discuss which cast member caught our attention on social media. Mine does go to Andrea Denver. This is just an Andrea Denver appreciation show.
Yes.
They had this really cool setup at BravoCon where set to Sam Smith and Kim Petra's Unholy music, and he is just giving us look on look on look. And he said, "Are you having fun at BravoCon? I know I am." The comments in this are just hysterical. If you have a chance to go through it, it's just unbelievable. But such a good looking guy.
He's such a good looking guy. And you know what's funny? He's so good looking, but he also seems very approachable.
Yes, totally. Yeah, definitely.
And Jerry O'Connell and you, we're all team Andrea. Bring him back. Okay, my social spotlight goes to Chef Rose again. He posted this photo of Craig holding Pat's dog, Peaches, and it says, "Ever since Peaches divorced good boy Craig, she's been a bit rudderless. She's now found a new Craig, two-leg Craig." Which is so funny. I had to look up rudderless, to be honest with you. I love it when Chef uses these big words, but I never know what the hell they mean. So rudderless means lacking a clear sense of one's aims or principles.
Interesting. I love it. I wonder if Shep will be on Winter House next season if he's still single.
Oh, God, yes. If he's single, yes, please.
Bring it. Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode of Reality Recap, Winter House edition. Let us know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Hi.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.